All right, here we go. 26.3 is here. Here's the workout. 4 parts of this one. Part 1, we got AMRAP 5 Cindy, classic CrossFit Girl benchmark here. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats. We're gonna go through as many rounds as possible in those 5 minutes. After that, from 5 to 10, we're gonna build to a 1 rep max deadlift. For you guys that wanna get that strength out there, you're gonna be able to display it in that part 2 here. So you got 5 minutes to build up to your heaviest deadlift. From 10 to 15, we're gonna go back to Sydney, restarting from the 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 squats. We're gonna get as many rounds done as possible in those 5 minutes. And then finally, 15 to 20, 5 minutes of max distance farmer's carries as far as you can go. This workout is going to be an accumulation of your reps, rounds, total poundage, and your total distance. It's going to be your total score for this workout today. So we'll dive into the options, the scaling options for intermediate, scaled. Make sure you check the scorecard too as well for scoring and how you can get your total score for the workout. But an awesome one to end off the Open, and we'll see you guys at the CFW Games.
All right, let's get into the standards. So for RX pull-ups, we can do strict pull-ups, we could do kipping, butterfly, whatever style, as long as we go to full extension every time and then we get our chin past the horizontal plane of the bar. For the intermediate division, we want to find a bar that is 6 inches from the top of your head to the bottom of the bar. Your hands will be able to get on that bar and you can kind of sit down into a little bit of a squat and then full extension, jump up, get your chin over the bar. And then for scaled, we can use rings, or if you have like a TRX machine, we can do that. Basically, we want to have the top of the rings, or sorry, the bottom of the rings in line with your hip crease. And then feet are going to be right underneath the pull-up bar. Knees can be bent. We want to bring those rings and touch the chest on every rep and come to full extension every time. For RX push-ups, we're looking at hand release push-ups. So start with arms locked out, come down, release both hands off the ground, come up to full extension every single time for each rep. For intermediate push-ups, so we're just going to do the same thing we did for RX, but off the knees. So off the knees, coming down, hands off the ground, lock it at the top. That's going to be 1 rep every single time. And then for scaled, we're going to use that bar height at hip crease or a box, something that we can use and get our hands on. And then we want to see our chest touch the bar and then come up to a full extension. You don't need to release the hands at the bottom. All right, RX and intermediate squats, we're looking for a hip crease to go below parallel and then coming up to full extension. In this video, I would say it's not that obvious, but I'd probably go lower to make it more obvious in this one. For scaled, we're going to aim for a target that's at parallel, and we want to see us come up with a full extension at the top, hips, knees, shoulders, everything all in one line. So for the deadlifts, RX and intermediate, conventional deadlift works. If you want to do a switch grip, you can. Basically, the bar needs to start from the ground, and then we need to come up to a full extension at the top. For scaled, if needed, you can do a sumo stance as well, so feet wide and then hands closer in, if it feels a little bit better for that scaled division. And then finally, for the farmer's carry, set up some pylons or pieces of tape to mark every 5-foot increment. It's going to be 25 feet out, 25 feet back. Every 5-foot increment that you do is going to be 1 rep. In this case, I'm going to show how maybe in the middle of the 25 feet you stop. Let's say I go about halfway in between those. In order to start the next one, I need to go behind that line and restart from there. And then once I pass the next one, that counts as a rep. So you're going to count every 5-foot increment as 1 rep. Have fun with this one, guys, and we'll see you at the games.